Hey, how you floating? It's Bo. And this is rendition number 10 of the 1-2. And goodness gracious, y'all, we done fucking finally made it. Episode 10. 10 goddamn consistent episodes of just talking about whatever the fuck we wanted to in the wonderful world of boxing. Thank you guys so much for coming through, taking your time, taking your energy, taking your motherfucking me beautiful goddamn presence, and allowing for yourself to sit in front of this goddamn screen, whatever, maybe your phone, laptop, whatever, maybe fucking watching on. Thank you guys so much. But let's get into it right now. 10th rendition. We are going to be discussing Eddy Reynoso, 2021's, let's say, I think, boxing coach of the year. Had the worst motherfucking me year that he's had in a very long time in 2022. Let's go ahead and discuss exactly why this may be and genuinely get into this. We can say that Eddy's very first L actually came, well, I would probably say around the middle half of 2022, whenever the one and only King Ryan Garcia decided that he was no longer going to be training up under the legendary trainer anymore. I could understand this a tad bit because he was already, let's say, working with his dad, and I could kind of see how, let's say, Eddy's style of trying to go about training, and then also the way in which his dad and the brand new team and the brand new coaches that they'd want to bring in for whatever type of reason may want to do things differently. That being said, he's now made the, let's say, in my opinion, probably the better choice for him to no longer be training up under Eddy, because good God, maybe Ryan saw something for 2022 and genuinely knew that if he was going to be working up under him, training up under him, things may not actually go the way in which they were before. I can't sit here and say that his discrepancy with training with Reynoso started after his knockdown against Luke Campbell. I can't say that it didn't, but I also can't say that it did either. I really can't. But my opinion, I think it did start there. I think they had a lot of creative differences on how they may have wanted to go about, let's say, I don't know, trying to train Ryan and everything like that. I'm pretty damn sure Eddy and them were very, very, let's say, we're probably like a very, very, I'm not gonna lie. The way in which Eddy Reynoso trains, I can't necessarily say. He trains each and every one of his fighters differently. I know that if anything, he wanted to just try to utilize like Ryan's speed as everything. Like it didn't matter if at first it didn't necessarily, like, he doesn't have all the power in the world. His speed compensates for it. Doesn't matter if he's the most like if he isn't the most defensively sound like boxer in the world. His speed is going to make up for it. It is something that I can understand. I can kind of see why Ryan would want to maybe like try to steer or stray away from, but it is what it is. It kind of sucks. It kind of sucks for both of them on both ends. I think they would be able to easily help one another out, but with Ryan's most two recent wins against Emmanuel Tago and also Javier Fortuna, I can't say that Reynoso not being there isn't too big of a fucking factor. I think Ryan's doing pretty well for himself as of right now, and Eddy just took a genuine fucking L by honestly getting rid of a fucking beautiful talent like this. I will say that Reynoso's biggest problem, and Canelo and everybody else's problem whenever they had Ryan in camp with them, is that they would say that Ryan just was not a go-getter. He was not a dog. He did not push himself. He was not truly committed to boxing like how everybody else in there was. And sometimes that would end up making it a lot more harder for him to try to train everybody whenever he has to train everybody, because that's also including Ryan. And Ryan's gonna have to learn gotta learn, to fuck around and put 100% in. Even if he may not feel like that, even if it may be something internal, even if he may be thinking that he doesn't need to try to push or hurt himself in training just to go up against somebody who's gonna be super easy in his eyes. None of that shit. This is now the time for really Eddy to go out of his way and try to recruit some brand new fucking muscle. I think that Virgil Ortiz would have been an extremely great option, but Virgil has honestly already kind of stated his feelings with Reynoso, and yeah, if he didn't want to fuck around and train with him last year, he wasn't going to train with him fucking this year. But god damn, it really does suck, because I honestly thought that if anything, Reynoso is one of the very few coaches that has like just an all-around great motherfucking meat team that he trains. Like the people in which he trains are genuine fucking either former champions or current champions. Like Reynoso is good at what he does, but losing Ryan was really something. absolutely sublime dissection of one Saul Canelo Alvarez was not something that I genuinely thought was going to come at the hands of Dimitri Bivol. No, none whatsoever. But every single one of us actually were taken back, genuinely had the rug pulled from up under us during 2022, because god damn did Bivol come out to fight. Holy shit. And it's not to say that I think that Bivol was ass or anything. No, none whatsoever. I knew he was going to be a competitive fight, but it's just, everyone was taken aghast by this. Like, everyone genuinely did not know how to fuck around and react to this bitch off rip. Me, personally, even still going back and looking at some of these screenshots and some of the little clips and everything that I've been looking at, it's fucking ridiculous. And for whatever it is, I also was kind of seeing that the only type of strategy that Canelo really had was to continuously beat up on Bivol's fucking left arm. I think that was an actual fucking strategy as well that Reynoso told him to go after. I think Reynoso said to continue to hit at his lead arm, so sooner or later he'll just be too tired to use it, so he won't be able to set up any of his combinations that way. It kills me because this was actually Reynoso's fucking plan. It wasn't to fuck around and try to do anything else like, try to counter off of Bivol's fucking counters. Mainly due to the fact that, he knew Canelo was not pushing any type of offense at all, period. And any time in which he did, he would get easily fucking countered. There's parts of me that legitimately are saying that, hey, for whatever it is, Canelo did his part as the fighter for going out there, taking the shots, being in there, being in the paint, but also coming back and basically being able to say like, hey, I know this works, or hey, I know this is working, or hey, I can't do this, or I can't do that. I don't know what the fuck was going on. Was every single time that Reynoso had fucking Canelo come back, was he just continuously telling him like, yeah, I see my strategy working. I can like look at his arm. Look at his speed. Look at you. You're doing so great. You're not even tired. You're still moving around like you were in the first round. Like, this is bullshit, dude. I hate to see stuff like this because it's not as if that I feel that Canelo, in my opinion, I don't even think that if they fight again, Canelo's gonna win. I think Bivol was just one of those few cases to where his style specifically just matches up perfectly for the way that Canelo likes to fight now. If Canelo fought a little bit more aggressively and a lot more recklessly, like how he did whenever he was younger and used to really put fucking combinations together, then yeah, hell fucking yeah, he would be, this would be a completely different fucking fight, a completely different topic as of right now. And if anything, it'll probably be a completely different 2022. But it was not for Reynoso. His biggest fighter got his ass fucking supremely handed to by somebody with just genuine fundamentals. And not with a coach that was instructing him to punch his fucking opponent in the arm. With all due respect, I was actually trying to look for something for, me to laugh at so I could have something to fuck around and be like, this was a really, really funny ass encounter. It's kind of funny that this man Oscar Valdez got his ass beat clinically for 12 rounds. Like, it's kind of fucking funny to see that shit, but it's the complete and utter fucking opposite, yo. I have no idea what Eddy Reynoso even thought. Did he ever fucking see Shakur Stevenson fight before, yo? Has he ever seen Shakur? Did he even take the time to possibly even study just a little bit of tape? Maybe even 30 damn seconds. It seemed as if that Oscar was in there really with like absolutely little to no motherfucking instruction or lead at all. It didn't seem as if that he or Eddy Reynoso themselves even had a genuine fucking game plan. They probably just worked on regular genuine fucking shit and then probably tried to, I'm not going to lie, they probably really tried to work on the counterpunching and shit, but it was not going to work here, yo. This was the king of mid-range, and on top of that, he is fucking beautiful. Has probably one of the best jabs in the fucking lightweight division right now. We'll still say that Devin has a better one, but hey, is his stronger? Don't fucking definitely. I know damn well Shakur hits a little bit harder. But the whole performance just confuses me. Reynoso had absolutely no idea what the fuck to do against most of, or really anything that Shakur was fucking putting on to Oscar. It killed me. In situations like this, it really does piss me off because these are still guys who at the end of the day are, let's say, fighting. Yes, hitting each other in the fucking face very fucking hard, even with gloves on and shit. You do have to understand that at the end of the day, they're not going to have every single little fucking thing figured out. Same with you, no one's perfect. We're not going to sit here and act as if that, Eddy Reynoso should have just had some type of omniscient fucking plan to know exactly what the hell to do at some point in time. But Oh, I'm sorry, but you're a coach. That's the whole fucking point. You're supposed to have the strategies. You're supposed to have the shits. You're supposed to be the one with the answers because you've been in these types of situations/scenarios so much so much to the point to where you could genuinely coach and teach me something, the fighter, someone who is in this position as of right now, a familiar one for yourself, and possibly even teach me something, or maybe even fuck around and be like, hey, you're doing this that got me into trouble last time. Fix this and do this and do this. There was literally none whatsoever. There was nothing that fucking Oscar Valdez ever changed at all in the fight. He never adapted. He never fucked around and switched up his strategy. He just kept putting his fucking hands up, smacking his goddamn gloves together, and throwing his goddamn right straight. There was nothing else he did. And he sat here and got a fucking clinical, absolutely beautiful fucking beat down by one of the best goddamn lightweights out right now. But it is a fucking shame to see that happen to him, though, because Eddy Reynoso should have genuinely, for as good as he was, 2021 boxing coach of the year, he should have had at least some type of decent fucking strategy to help his man out. Because oh my god, this was hard to watch. At this point in time, especially for how last year was going, you can't afford anything like this no more, bro. You can't, right? If there's anything to take away from this, Eddy, genuinely, get back to the drawing board, really have some hard motherfucking talks with your fighters, because at the end of the day, they are in the big leagues now. This is where they already have been, right? Quote unquote. But they're now starting to face the real fucking dogs and the real competitors in this competition. And it is crucial that you as the trainer/coach are doing your job and making sure that they are performing at the best in which they can. Because you have not been able to do that.